Aloha, everyone, in another level of living land. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Freedom Fridays. So happy that you're here because we are in store for an amazing treat. We have an awesome special guest, and she is going to be talking to us about success that actually feels good to live in. So let's go ahead and give a warm another level living welcome to Sally DiCesare. Hi, Sally. How are you?
Oh, it's so good to be here. Thanks, Dr. Heather. Thank you, everybody, for having me in your living rooms today, or kitchens, or car, or wherever we're meeting up.
Absolutely our honor and pleasure. We're so looking forward to the wisdom that you're going to share with us. First, let me let them know a little bit about you, okay? So, Sally is a holistic health practitioner and intuitive guide with over 40 years of experience supporting whole body wellness. She helps driven women stop white-knuckling life and create their own unique blissful journey by restoring balance to the mind, body, and energy systems. Oh my goodness, Sally, thank you so much for all the work that you do in the world.
Oh, 100% my pleasure, my passion and my purpose, right? As we hear. So
That's
thank you.
it. Oh, yes. And for those of you who are listening, this is a really great message because it aligns so well with the purpose of this show. The purpose of the Freedom Friday show is to support you as an entrepreneur in achieving your success in business and life harmony, because it really is two sides of the same coin. We never want to get so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. And it is possible to work smarter, stress less, strengthen our relationships, and lead with much more energy, ease, and momentum so that we can increase our confidence, our calm, and our cash flow. And that's what it's all about. So, Sally, can you share with us? We're talking about success. This just feels good to even say. Success that actually feels good to live in. Can you
Yeah.
share with us why is this topic something that's so important, especially for us as entrepreneurs?
Because we are pulled every which direction from the minute we wake up in the morning. Not only is it business, it's family, it's what's going on in world events. There's just so much going on. And if we aren't centered and strong in our core, how can we build something that is strong and centered to show to the world? And so for me, it's so important to be able to live that way, to be a beacon, to show others it's possible, that
Oh
we
my,
can be happy and we can be joyful.
that so feels good to our souls. I know it feels good to my soul because that's exactly, um, something that we talk about here. Like one of the scriptures that I love that really our company is built on is Mark 3:25, and it says, "If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand." And so we're creating in our business, like right, this solid foundation, but not looking, and even our homes are a physical foundation, but even our body is a home as well. So
Mhm.
as more solid and congruent it is, more easier it is for us to be able to show up and stand in our full light.
Absolutely. And you brought up something that's so important, and we don't often think about it. Our bodies, and our bodies are part of our home, right? It's our vessel that we walk around this planet on in. And we take it for granted so often. I mean, when was the last time you thanked your body for being there for you, for showing up every morning and going through the day with you?
Oh, this is so
Right.
good. It's funny. I just was having some quality time with my body last night and saying thank you so much for all that you do.
Yeah. And how did you feel when did it respond to you?
It did. I did the whole Pono process, well, really the prayer, not the process, but I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm
Oh,
sorry. It's really just like, we think our body's like this machine, and it is like a beautiful machine, but it also wants to have harmony and flow as it operates. And a
yeah.
lot of times we can push ourselves, go, go, go. And no, it's about how do we want to be while we're doing all the cool things that we're doing, you know?
Right. And how often would you hang around a friend that just took you for granted all the time, that didn't give
Right.
you water when you needed water, that didn't give you food or sleep, or social or relaxation time? Why would I want to hang around with you stick in the mud, right? So we have to think about, why would our body want to treat us well? It'll treat us better when we appreciate it.
Ah, that's so good. That's so good. From your perspective, I have a side question. How will we know? How will we know that we really like what are some of the common, I guess, signs or symptoms of awareness that maybe we're not in that alignment of success that feels good to live in? Like, how do we know what to look out for so therefore we can start going into this journey?
It s- most of us, I mean, we're not taught to live with our bodies in mind. And so it takes some time. A lot of times we're up in our heads. If we're in our heads a lot, we tend to be thinking ahead. Physical ramifications, I guess, or signs of that is tripping over everything because you're not even present when you're walking.
Ah.
So you're thinking ahead all the time. It can be a feeling of never getting anything accomplished, a feeling of always feeling like you must rush because you're always one step ahead of yourself. You're never with yourself to take that next step. And you get more accomplished in present time because you cannot accomplish anything. You cannot create anything in the future. You have to do it now or now or now. And it might be the stages of that production, but it is not the actual physical, structure. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I was just thinking as you were talking, like, okay, so for those of you listening, how many times have you ever sprained your ankle? Right. I remember I used to sprain my ankle all the time, especially when I was working in the government, all these other things and going, going, going. There was no presence back then. Now there's total presence power. So we have harmony. But that was a good reminder because it was like, oh my goodness, we're thinking so far ahead of what's to happen or planning, and we're not in that present moment. And the greatest power is in the present.
Right. I mean, that was a perfect example. Your feet were not under your body. Do you know what I mean? They were like back in the office, and you were down the hall about 5 feet, and that's what happens, or the other way around, right? So, yeah, wow, wow.
Oh, this is so good. This is so good. So for y'all who are listening to this and finding like you also mentioned something that was super powerful was like a lot of times we're in our head, right? It's very common for us to overthink. Sometimes we're not even in our heart or we kind of ignore our heart, but then really the heart is the bigger part of the body. So when there's more of the heart in the body in the process of operating, that actually just brings more freedom.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And we think about protecting our hearts because it gets hurt. However, it is our best feeler, and it's our best way to know if something is safe, so that we can protect ourselves before we need the real protection. We can guard ourselves. We can be gentle with ourselves to say, oh, no, thank you. I don't care to, that's a great idea, but not for me right now. Or whatever it is, you can gently disagree, not say yes, yes to everything, and then feel like you're overwhelmed and have no control over yourself. But if I might, that also reminds me, when I was saying the yes and the yes, another thing that we find is a sign of not being 100% present is we're totally exhausted at the end of the day. And
Mm.
a lot of that is from giving our energy everywhere we go, and not collecting it back. So it's our normal way of doing things. When you offer someone help, you often leave a bit of what a simple way to think of this. How many times are you thinking about somebody else, another event, something in the past, something in the future, when you are right here, right now? I mean, how many things are going through your head? And those are all taking a snippet of your energy from you. So we just leave our energy around, and so we end up depleted.
Someone put it in a really great way one time, or analogy, like we go to sleep, especially if you got a good well rest. You wake up and you got a full cup, right? Full cup of awesome, amazing aloha water. And as you're going to the day, as you're interacting with someone, you're slowly like giving some empty pieces of that cup, right? You got a meeting, you're interacting with a client, you're going to a networking event, you're doing this, doing all these different things, you're taking care of the kids, taking care of the husband, taking care of the family, all these things. And then at the end of the day, your cup is empty. And that's where you're leading to that part talking about that exhaustion.
Yeah.
One of the things I love is that it kind of even reminded me of the work that we do, where it's like only giving from your overflow. Like, what if there was a way to have that cup
Mm.
stay full as you're going through the day and only giving from the extra energy and you stay full,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I do have a way, if I can share that,
yes,
that
please.
you can do that. And it's probably adding on top or maybe similar to some of the things that you have, your audience has already heard.
Okay.
But it's a simple, simple thing, especially with the sun being out. Just imagine that you have a beautiful gold sun shining down on you, Miss Aloha, all the time. And the cool thing about this gold sun is that it draws your energy back. It's always calling your energy back into it. And this is your energy that it's shining back down on you.
Right.
And as it fills you, you can imagine that it's golden light coming through. You can imagine it's like honey just washing you. And I tell you, I cannot tell you how many people say when they're really full of themselves and their energy is full back in them, they have no pain, no body pain,
Ah,
because our energy always feels good to us.
that is so good. That was perfect because I was going to ask you, what are some tips or strategies that you have and ideas that you have that can support us in stepping more into this? That was something that was also a sign or indicator that, sometimes our body feels a certain way, or there's some kind of stuck emotion, or there's some kind of pain in the body. It has a message for you, it's communicating. And by you talking about the sun, because yes, I love the aloha, I love the elements because we are nature. So
Yeah,
being able to let that natural nature fill us up full allows us to even better be able to give from our overflow and our
absolutely.
queendom. Not
Oh, I love that. Yeah, because we are.
yes, we are. We so
Yeah.
are. Oh, this is so good. So share with us. So we got the awesome part about connecting with the sun, allowing that light to be able to fill us up. So
And then
therefore
it can flow out. That's right. Yes.
okay. What else? What other tips and strategies do you have that you can share with us to lead us into the success that actually feels good to live in?
I I like being able, we're busy, we're moving all the time. So your gold sun, you can just put it up on autopilot, and if it starts getting tired, this sounds cruel, but you explode it and put another one up. It's time like, like the nova, supernova, right? And then put another fresh one up, but something that is just so basic. The other day, I was out walking after I'd been on the computer for too many hours, and my head just felt so full. You ever feel that? It's just condensed. And it was a breezy day, and I just went out and I let the breeze just blow all that congestion out because we actually have more space in our body than matter.
Hmm.
If you think about a nucleus, a cell, actually even smaller, an atom, being the size of a stadium and a piece of sand, an empty stadium, and the piece of sand is in the middle of that stadium. That is the ratio of matter to space in an atom.
No way.
So when you think, just thinking of all that space you have, how can you be tight? Right? How can that niggle be in your shoulder? Because there's more space. So focus on the space instead of the matter.
Oh, super mic drop moment there. Super mic drop moment. You know, I was just thinking the other day as I was talking with someone about the power of coaching.
Mm,
And this is kind of tying directly into what you're saying here, because if we're so full, you know, how can we really hold the space for our clients or for our loved ones that probably have a lot of like not so much space, but a lot of matter?
right.
You know, and so it's that part of when we're being of service, like when we're have that part where we're empty, we're clear, we're congruent, there's that solid foundation. We can not only connect to what's going on in their mind and support them and shifting it, we can connect to what's in their heart, what's in their body, what's in their energy, and shifting it to the way that they want to be.
Right.
But if there's stuff going on in our mind and in our heart and our body, and we're not able to have that full success that feels so good from the inside out, it's hard to fully hold that space and shift it. Even from, I guess, a energetic space perspective.
Right. To even notice how they're responding to you because you have no agenda then. You're just there to be with them where they are. And then you can see and notice and feel better about, I mean, you can feel them more effectively, right? If, I mean, if they're getting tense, you can notice, oh, they're a little tense. I maybe shouldn't go that way, right? So that is a beautiful analogy for a coach, just to be there so that you can be full, but not full of yourself, but not full of everybody else's stuff.
Yes, and you know what? And this is one of the reasons where I used to talk about caregiving, but I talk more about coaching now because I feel like once you have the skills of coaching, you can even be a better caregiver from the same
Mm,
capacity that we're
mm,
talking. So it's not just necessarily for like coaching, but really if you're in the service of family and caring for other ones too, you're so full that you're not impacted by their stuff, and you can still be able to be there at a deeper level for them.
true.
Okay, this is so good. Okay, one more. Do you have one more secret or tip or
Oh,
wisdom that you can share with us, feeling into your heart? What do you got?
right. I'm trying to think of some that are easy, right? That are not gonna that are not going to take up. Well, this one, I'm not sure how it's gonna well, let's throw it out there,
Yeah, we're
right?
gonna throw it out there.
So sometimes we do get ourselves into areas where we feel the need for protection. Maybe you've got some person you got to talk to that pushes all your buttons. You don't really have time to sit and clear the energy around that or whatever you might do before having that meeting. They're already there. There's a visualization of putting a rose in between you and them.
Hmm.
It's called a protection rose or a permission rose. And I like the permission rose because it gives them permission to be themselves and it gives me permission to be myself. And
That.
so, yeah, just you can put a whole wall around you, all around your aura.
You
Just
know, the rose is like all the aloha. So and that's beautiful because it sets that interaction up for nothing but love and what is called to come forth, which will bring beautiful resolution on however it's supposed to. So a
yeah.
permission rose, I've heard this before, and I'm so glad that you reminded us of it. So the permission rose, and what's the other kind of rose?
A protection. So they kind of go both hand in hand.
Okay.
Because if you're giving that person permission to be themselves, that is protection. So you don't have to even think either way. It just depends on what pops in your mind first to put it out there.
Oh, nice.
They're interchangeable.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. So what I heard you say, let me just do a recap. the connection to the sun, to be able to bring that light fully into us, so therefore we can shine our light fully out in a beautiful way. And then the second one that you mentioned that I loved is letting the wind really be like, especially if there's a lot of stuff going on in the mind and the heart, just and the body, just letting the wind was blowing this morning, so that was perfect. I was the perfect opportunity to try this out.
I'm
Hopefully
sure
it'll
you'll
go
have another one.
and let all of that be able to blow away, so therefore we can get back into our neutral point. And then the third amazing secret that you shared with us was the permission and the protection rose, and how to be able to use that when we're in conversations with people. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So everyone in another level living land, let us know in the comments below which one of these amazing strategies spoke most to you. We want to hear your wisdom too. So go ahead and share with us in the comments below. And Sally, how can we continue this journey with you? Do you have like a free gift or offer that you can be able to leave us with today?
I sure do, and I hope you'll put it in the notes at the bottom, but I'll say it out loud to you. It's gift dot
Oh,
your
we'll
oh,
put
you'll put it in the chat. Oh,
yeah,
great, great.
yep.
So what this gift is, it's called Becoming Unshatterable, because when we're strong and centered and at our core, nothing can shatter us. Nothing can knock us off our center. So, Becoming Unshatterable offers a three-step guide on how to live in this way. Just different ways of looking at things. It's
Oh,
how you are, who you are, and where you are.
oh my goodness, perfect. I can't wait to get my copy of that. And we'll put that link in the show notes. So go ahead and click on that link now and make sure you get your free gift too. Oh my goodness, Sally, what a beautiful gift. Thank you so much for sharing that.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely my pleasure. And my last question for you today would be, based on everything that you've shared with us, what would be the biggest takeaway that you want to leave us with today?
Hmm. Oh my God. Hmm. That you're enough. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to be anything different than who you are. Um, you came here to be you, and nobody else can be. And so you might as well do the best you can
Oh,
and enjoy, right? Just have
that's
fun, right?
fun. That's what it's all about. You know, we got the purpose, we got the passion, and yeah, there's things that can come along the way to kind of shift the passion. But the beautiful thing, just because there's things that come in the way to shift it, doesn't mean that it's not there. Just reclaim it, own it, let it shine again, because that's what's going to lead to our prosperity.
Hmm.
So let this message, everyone in another level living land, let this message marinate into your mind, body, heart, and soul from this point on. Make sure you get the free gift that Sally has given us. And again, put your biggest takeaway in the comments below. We want to hear your wisdom too. And also, if you were impacted by this message, which I'm sure that you were, go ahead and share this message out and give someone else the gift of success that they can also actually feel good to live in as well. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence and your wisdom today, Sally. We just love and appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you,
All
Dr.
right,
Bell.
and everyone, another level of living land. Look forward to seeing you again next Friday for another episode, and have an amazing rest of the day. Bye, everyone.